I just had a couple of thoughts, about maybe just say one or two ideas, about Donald Trump. I haven't been talking about him a long time, but it's just that it's such an incredible saga of what's happening. Just one or two thoughts which I had, and then we'll go right into it. I mean, what is obviously happening is unprecedented in American history. It's just beyond belief. First idea I just want to say is that the ones who are being destroyed is not Trump, it's the American people, because they are preventing him from doing what he has to do as a legally, constitutionally elected president. So the ones who are really being destroyed is really American people. They don't, they don't seem to get it. Second very important idea which I wanted to say is the concept of is that they should be strung out. They should be hung up, these guys. The Democratic Party they have lost interest in America. It's basically get Trump, stop Trump, which is horrendous. It's unheard of in American history that the whole Democratic Party, with the media, all these people, the whole objective is to destroy Trump. Forget about America. It's like America is an afterthought. It's unheard of, And like I said, the tremendous injustices to the American people, because he could be doing much more. But at every...
The truth is, it's a revelation that people were not really privy to, because people really realize now the real truth about Democrats and power.
Yeah.
They never meant America.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
so that's a good thing, really.
In that sense, yes. I just hope that they are destroyed because of what they're doing, that they are destroyed in the 2018 election. We'll see what happens. So that's a second thought. Third thought is that the Russian is punishing him. He doesn't get it, this guy. Trump does not understand, And I mentioned North Korea, right? You want to allow an existential threat to exist to my people, Iran, and do nothing? I will now put your country under an existential threat, which of course is North Korea. And that's why all of a sudden it emerged, right? That was one idea I said, right? A second idea was, which was also very important, is that these guys, the Republicans, just can't get the Obamacare repealed and replaced. It's astounding, So that is an incredible slap in the face of degradation to not only Mitch McConnell, who anyway is a loser. It's more than a loser, but we'll talk about that. But it's a tremendous slap in the face of Trump. But the main thing is where the Bunsham says, you think that you're a great negotiator and therefore you want to sit and negotiate with Israel, which you promised you wouldn't do. Remember he said, when the elections, I'm not really going to get concerned in this, let them work it out together. And now all of a sudden this has become a primary focus, and his focus, of course, is trying to make peace, which is absolutely ridiculous. So what the Bunsham is showing him, you can negotiate nothing. You cannot even, you and the Republicans can't even get together to repeal and replace Obamacare. So much for your negotiating ability, and so on. That's an einish, it's a punishment. Third punishment, you want to do this to Israel, my people, my children. Guess what? I'm going to involve your kids in the accusations and the collusion. And all of a sudden you see that they're after Donald Jr. and what's his name, and Jared Kushner, yeah. So it's all Mida connected Mida. That's really what you see. And what just happened now in Israel, where you have, what do you call those, where you have to go through they killed the two police. Yeah, but they put up, what did they put up? What do you call those?
Detectives like
the detectives, yeah. Detectives, So people are wondering, and this could easily rise into another intifada, you should know. Because this is real.
Where they put them up?
By the Al-Aqsa Mosque. Because two policemen got killed.
The retaliation.
Yeah, so the reaction by the Arabs, they're going crazy. They're going absolutely crazy, and that can easily generate an intifada.
Because religion and peace has to be able to bring guns up to the...
Yeah, of course. Well, of course they don't think it's insane. But my take on this is that what the Bunsham is doing is really a tremendous favor. He's saying, because this whole event shows, is going to make it impossible for the Arabs to make peace with Israel. After this, forget about it, you know. And so therefore, that's another obstacle in Trump's path to bring some kind of a delusional peace between the Arabs and the Israelis, the Jews, and so on, you know. So I feel this is really it's bad, but it has a tremendous silver lining, as they say, is that it's going to put a nail in the coffin of the inability of the Arabs after this, because so far they're not backing down. They're going to keep those, you know, things in place and so on, you know. So really, in many ways, it's really very good. So I just wanted to mention some of those ideas, that it's an ongoing saga story with what's happening out there. It's just incredible, you know.
So what does the Rebbeinu want from Trump?
Well, what he wants him, like I told you, is it's a whole concept of Edom. He wants him to tar Edom and make it much more, what do you call it, amenable.
On America,
Well, he is focusing. He's doing a lot of stuff for America, actually, which is interesting because it's all below the radar. Because everybody's so busy with Russian collusion, which is absolutely absurd. It's sick, Russian collusion, you know. It's just like, it's incredible. They'll go to any length to drag anything. What collusion? Why can't a guy meet with the Russians to try to get stuff on Hillary? Everybody does that. Of course Trump is right. Everybody does that.
One guy said on the radio, what they're not reporting is at the same time that they accuse him of going to a meeting, Hillary's Democratic operatives actually paid somebody, this former secret British agent, they paid him for a file that they released into the news, right? In order to affect the election.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, the hypocrisy is beyond belief. Just the hypocrisy is just beyond belief and so on. Yeah. You know, not only that, America interferes with everybody's elections. And with Netanyahu, try to shoot him down. America interferes with everybody. Forget the elections, they tap everybody's phone. Remember Angela Merkel? She went out of her mind when she found out that they listened. Imagine they listened to all her conversations at that level, you know, of in Germany, Merkel, and they will listen to everybody, you know. And these guys have the gall to talk about interfering with the elections and the policy of other countries. I mean, it's you know, it's incredible to watch the hypocrisy of these people. But anyway, listen, it's all part of the master plan. I just hope Trump wakes up in time. You know, I hope the Russian doesn't really punish him to such an extent, because if the Democratic Party ever got in, you can kiss America goodbye. It's over with. You know.
Maxine Ward is for president.
Maxine Ward.
I wouldn't let her drive a bus in Lakewood. You know?
Yeah.
He's a Rebbe.
Yes, I said that many times. Donald J. Trump needs desperately a spiritual advisor. Desperately. And he just doesn't have it. He has no idea who he is and what he's supposed to do. You know, he understands that he was miraculously elected. But he never asks himself, why? Why me? You know, I mean, he probably says to himself,
because I'm so great.
I'm so great. Of course, there was no question about why me. You know, and the real question is why God waits so long. That's the real question. You know, but if he can ever get over the ego hump, you know, maybe he asks himself, what does God want from me that he went out of his way to make me president of the United States? He'll never ask that. That's the problem with all these guys. They're so focused on themselves, you know, and their luck, so to speak. They don't understand that all of this is an incredible divine agenda. It's with these guys. So he's in desperate need of a spiritual advisor. He really is. And I just hope God doesn't smack him around so much where he, you know, you see what he's doing, meter connected meter, measure for measure. You know, he's got his kids involved in this and that, and everybody's going wild, and, you know. Oh well, that's the way it goes.
The threat on the president's life.
The what?
See, the FBI is monitoring your shirim. They might want to investigate their budget schleusel.
Because he's in collusion.
He's a threat of being smacked around.
Yes, yeah, and God clearly interferes with elections. You know, I like to see them hold God into court.
Democrats should get a hold of this.
That would be interesting, to hold God into court, because he's colluding with the Russians.
Trump has a spiritual advisor. He'd probably fire him after a month and a half.
If he had what?
A
You
week.
probably fire him
Week.
after a month.
Who
He
the-
fires everybody.
I don't know about that, but he really does. Because like I say, he never asked the real question. Why did God maneuver me into the presidency? Because his chance were almost to zero, and so on, as I pointed out many, many times, you know. But he doesn't ask that question. In fact, nobody around him has ever asked that question. You know, you have a divine mission. Wake up. Incredible.
Would it really help? Nixon had Billy Graham, and Nixon,
Is he still alive, Billy Graham?
his son took over his.
But I think he had Alzheimer's or something like that.
Really?
I think so. He was out of it. I mean, you know. But anyway, I don't know.
Yeah, Billy Graham is not exactly a Bas Torah, but you know, we're talking about a real spiritual advisor,
Yeah, you know.
not a puppet
Billy.
evangelist.
Oh, he's famous. He's a world famous evangelist, Billy Graham. Anyway,
Maybe send a letter to him, and Trump that way.
what was that?
Send a letter.
Who sent a letter?
Someone should write a letter to him. Actually, no, someone wrote a letter to him back in 2011 telling him to run for presidency.
And he,
Copy of the letter.
yeah.
Let me tell you, I
I don't know if he
think
ran
it's
because
a
of
good
that.
idea. Anything happens, the whole country go, oh, the Jews are running the country.
Yeah, as it is, they're already there.
So, it's not,
I know. Besides, there's a very big danger in working for the government. Because since they're all trying to destroy Trump, anybody you hire, they can investigate. Who needs that?